these two. Now, this chap came to see me and he fully admitted that the reason why his wax is so deep in his ear is because he wedged it in with a cotton bud. I've given up telling people off, to be honest. It's getting a bit boring now. And like I've said before, I shouldn't complain about it too much because they do bring me a bit of business. So, what can you do? Now, managed to already grab it there and pull it forward. And to clear the original blockage wasn't too difficult, as you can see. We've managed to get it out there. And at this point, it can already hear, to be honest. Even though there's a large amount there, you can still see there's a path for sound to get through because you can just about see the edge. You might be able to just on the left-hand side of that plug. So at that point, most people think, oh, Brill, job's done. But obviously this is why I show it to them on screen so they realise why I'm still in there and why I'm still messing about. So it really helps them to understand why I got a bit of camera, a bit of wax on the camera there as we just went in. I'm not going to come out and wipe it because I can still see what I'm doing. I'll do that when I get the next bit out. Now there's going to be a few little flakes here and there left in this ear. Before you all shout to me, not before you all shout to me, but before a few do, I need to explain that as I've said many times, the primary aim of any procedure is to cure the symptom. Now, obviously the main symptom that people have when they come to see me is that they can't hear very well because they've got a big blockage in their ear. Whilst it's a good idea to get as much as you can, it's got to be safe. Safety first is what's inbred into you and ingrained into you. When we were doing our nursing training, if you don't feel safe doing something, then why are you doing it? What's the benefit? And it's about the risk-benefit ratio. So even every time I put, not just every procedure, but every time I put that camera and that suction tube in someone's ear, I'm thinking, what's the risk involved with me putting this in versus what's the benefit of it? Now, I suppose the more experience you get at this, the less risk there is. A few years ago, I might not have entertained even going in for these bits because at this point the benefit is quite little. Because as you can see, you can already see the whole of the eardrum. But the risk is quite small because I'm fairly confident in what I'm doing. But there will be a few bits left over that I thought, you know what, that is not worth the risk. Because it's in the very delicate part here, this, on the outer third is cartilage. People more giving that. Missing the part. I know it's teaching you grammar and suck eggs, isn't it? So you regulars will all know this, but there'll be some watching who haven't seen many of these before. And so the purpose, the inner 2/3 is skin and bone, and that skin is extremely thin. So all I need to do is jab back with that tube, and the patient wouldn't know about it. If you've ever poked, hopefully you haven't, but if you've ever poked anything inside your ear that hurts, you'll know what that feels like. So that's the reason why I'm not entertaining go and get those further little bits to down here. We've got more than enough, and as I said to him at the time, he wouldn't thank me because he was chatting quite a bit during this procedure, which is fine, but that does make things move around quite a lot, including the camera, including the tube, chatting a bit too much, and then I caught his ear with that. He'd know about it and he would not thank me for it. yes, it would be great to get some. If I hover over it, I try not to touch it. You try not to touch any of this, to be honest. You just try and hover over it. If it jumps into the tube, then great. But if it doesn't, and you touch it, it causes a little graze and a little bit of trauma, and the patient gets an infection in it, then you may think to yourself, I think I'll try that. And some of you will be saying at me, whoa, because it looks good in the video, we find it really satisfying when you get out of it. I really don't get that. This is not made for your entertainment. I know you like watching it, but it's not made for your entertainment. It's a medical procedure. So yeah, it'd be great to get every little bit of this. It's really not necessary. It really isn't. I think I might have said in some earlier videos, I did used to have another, not for long, another part-time role where I used to write reports in court cases, in cases of clinical negligence. So I'm probably more acutely aware of the risk v benefit than most, because I've been on the other side of it. So I was reading these reports of these claims where something had gone wrong in medicine, and you had to get an expert, i.e. me, an independent expert, to say what went wrong there. Do you think what they did was necessary? Was it the right thing? Were all the risk benefits worked out before anything was done? So yeah, there's a few little bits there. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't. But the patient was very happy. Indeed, he enjoyed it a lot. You might have heard him in the background. This last one here, only a really, really quick one, this. Because this was a really young child. I think they were about 3 or 4 years old. And actually came in with a brother. Brother didn't have too much of an issue. And I said, do you want me to have a look in yours while you're here? And we found this big chunk in here. So I said, do you want me to get that out for you as well while we're here? So we did. Oh, and she was really